Hey, Retired Granny here. I'm babysitting right now. I just laid the grandson down about 40 minutes ago. And I got tied up a little bit, but I want to try to do a shirt while he's sleeping. I just want to dye it while he's sleeping. So I got my Rit dye fixative, and I've chosen this rose quartz that I'm gonna try, and I'm going to try and get it as light as possible because the sweater is white, and I want to go in and put a little bit of the rose color, and I want to put some cherry blossoms on it. So I'm a real big fan of the cherry blossoms. We were actually in Washington one time at Easter time to see them, and we saw them towards the end of the bloom, but even still, it was very, very beautiful. So I've always just really, really liked cherry blossoms. So I have a vision of what I want this sweater to look like. And because I don't want it, just to be white and just cherry blossoms on there, I want to add a little bit of dye to it. So not too much though. And I have the shirt scrunched up in the sink, and it's scrunched. I hope I scrunched it in a way that the center of it doesn't get a lot of the dye. Because I have a design in mind that I want to put on the front, and I also have a design that I want to put on the back. So it's for me, and it's just something that I'm going to play around with today. And yeah, I'm going to try to get this done before the baby wakes up. I'll show you the shirt. Okay, so here is the shirt, and I've really, really scrunched it tight in the center. Because this is where my design is going to go, both in the front and in the back. And I left this part over here kind of exposed, and these are the sleeves, so that I can try to get more dye on the sides of the shirt, but I don't know how that's going to happen. We're going to just find out together. Okay, so I have hot water in these two bottles because that's what is required. And in this bottle here, I'm going to put 2 squirts of the dye. I don't think you can see that. Oh, I think I did 3. We're just going to go little by little. And over here in this bottle, I'm going to put 2 squirts of the fixative because I can't remember how much I was supposed to have. And because this is pretty light anyway, it's nowhere near the red that I was working with one other time. So I am going to put a little bit. I can't. I don't know what I'm putting in there. All right, so let's just shake it up and see what it's going to look like. So what I'm going to do is get a napkin. Okay, so now I found some bottles that didn't leak. The other bottles were leaking really, really bad. I can't even tell you how much dye I put in this bottle because I was squeezing that I've lost count. But what I do need to do is I need to put some Dawn in here. So you're supposed to add Dawn to the dye, and we're just going to add a little bit. And we're just going to start. Oh gosh, I always cringe whenever I'm doing this. It's kind of nerve-wracking because you don't know what you're going to end up with. Yeah. So we're just going to spray. We're just going to do it all over. I didn't anticipate that I would use the whole dye, but I may, I gotta flip it over too and do the other side. So this might turn out to be a real nice, kind of color. Look at it. It's pretty cool already. All right, I'm flip it over and I'm going to do the other side. Okay, so I flipped it over, and remember this dye has the Dawn detergent in it. One time when I did this style, this method of tie dyeing before, I forgot to put the Dawn liquid detergent in it, and it didn't really matter. So it was you know, it was still okay. So keep in mind that I'm making a sweatshirt for cherry blossom design. I have in mind. So I actually think that this color is going to be perfect. And look, I've used almost the whole bottle of the dye. I can't tell you how much dye I added. It's just, you know, you just got to kind of look at it and see what color you want to try to get to. This one is the fixative. So what the fixative does is, what I think it does anyway, this bottle's leaking. Let me see if I can fix it. Didn't even have the cap on. All right, so I think what this does, and I don't really know, is it keeps the white, and it, you know, adds vibrancy to the color itself. So you do not want to leave this part out, like I did. So I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to add the fixative to the other side. Okay, so when I did these shirts before, I did not show you how to wrap them, but I think I can show you how to wrap them today, because the baby is still sleeping, and that's the next part of the process. So it was a good thing that I remembered to buy some saran wrap last time I was at the grocery store, because this is what you need to wrap that shirt. Now, you got to remember that the shirt has quite a bit of water in it right now, and I don't want to handle the shirt too much. So I'm going to bring it over, all, water and all. Okay, so here's the shirt. We're gonna scrunch it all up, trying not to handle it too much because I want the white to stay white. So we do need to wrap it somewhat tight because it's gonna go into the microwave. So it does need to be gathered quite a bit. Okay. And then this part here, I really need some work at. But you'll get the gist of it, what I'm trying to do. Wrap it all up in saran wrap, okay? Add another piece. I'm fairly new to this process because I had just learned it myself, and I've only done, I think, 2 other t-shirts or sweatshirts in the microwave. So this is only the second time that I have done this method. Okay. Now it's going to go just like this. I'm wondering if I should add another piece. Pretty sure I got it all covered. It's going to go just like this in the microwave for 3 minutes. Keep in mind too that it has to rotate in the microwave, so it's got to sit on that plate that's in there and be able to turn. So it does have to kind of be a little, you know, compact. We'll see if it fits in there. The proof is in the pudding. All right, let's start this. 3 minutes. All right, there we go. It's spinning. It's gonna be hot when it comes out of there. 3 minutes, and it's going right to the washer. is going to be really hot, so you gotta be careful. Take it out. It's sealed pretty tight, so you don't have to worry about any water coming out of it. Okay, so it's gonna go on the quick wash, and it's gonna go for cold water for the lowest. It's just a quick wash. It's in there all by itself, and I guess it's gonna go for 36 minutes. We'll be back. Okay, so it took me 2 days to find a tree that I really liked to put on the front. And I'm not sure that this is a cherry blossom tree because I ordered some cherry blossom trees off Etsy as well as some cherry trees, unbeknownst to me, yet they were really pretty. So I'm not sure what category this falls into. I have trimmed off some of the edges on the paper, just ripped them off so that it would be kind of softer, not real straight line kind of printing. And I don't know if you can see that, but I folded my paper in half. That way I know where the middle is. But what happened is I've got 2 marks up here, so I'm not real sure which the middle is. So I'm just going to center it. I'm just going to center it with the paper best I can. I've left a little mark right there at the indent of my fingernail. So that's where my center is going to go. See it? That's where my center is going to go. Right there. Okay. So even though I have my sides ripped, I still have my line on the bottom and my line on top that's straight for measuring purposes. If you are one that just kind of eyeballs it like I do. Sub paper, and yeah, that's pretty good. Let's keep going. Okay, so this is the design that I chose for the back, and originally I had a different design in mind, but I saw this one and I liked it because it had more of the darker colors and it has some green in it, and I just thought it would pop better on the pink shirt. I'm going to fold my paper in half too so that I can have a middle on this paper. Okay, so I ripped my paper on both sides. It's close to the design, pretty close to the design. And I folded in the center to get my center. And I don't know if you can see that line right there. But that is measuring down 5 inches from the collar. Okay, let's see what this is going to look like. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. That is pretty colorful. Oh, wow, look at that ink release. That is some great ink release right there. Wow. Okay, well, you know how they say less is more? I can't get myself to stop. So this may be too much, but I'm going for it anyway. So what I did is I just printed out a couple of these flowers, and I flipped one, and I did not flip the other. I'm just going to add these to the sleeves. Honestly, it may be too much. Okay, so this is all just a hobby for me. You guys know that. Anybody that has been watching my channel. And it's all trial and error, you know? So I'm just kind of, learning as I go along. What I did is I trimmed the bottom portion. That portion is nice and straight. I just lined it up to the seam. So there's no rhyme or reason. There was no, method to my madness. I just lined it up because I just wanted them to be even on both sides. And that was how I figured to do it. Actually, it was an accident, but it's going to work, I think. And all I'm using here is packing paper that I get from U-Haul. You get 200 sheets in a box. And a lot of the times I rip the paper in half. So this is half. This is half of the paper. I'm not sure how to measure how big the paper is, but this is just a half of the paper. I rip it in half for the bigger pieces, and then as you can see, I rip that in half for the smaller paper. Wow, that really came through the paper. Look at that. That is really soaked into the paper. All right, I hope I turned the image around. I don't think I did. That's what happened, and this is what I mean about being trial and error. So I never turned the image around. And that means that one's going to have to be redone. Right, see what I mean, people? And then I'm going to have to line up that image. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, let's see how we did here. Okay, so we did it the correct way because there's not all that on the paper. But let's see how we lined it up. I don't know. I'm really nervous about this. Oh, gosh. Oh, that's not so bad, actually. Huh? Oh. You know what helped is that I had lined these edges up here with these seams perfectly. So when I went back with that other paper, I was able to match it up. Doesn't even look like anything. It doesn't even look like anything happened. But we know that it did because I got it all on video. Okay, so just to show you, I am using the Epson 15,000 EcoTank 15,000. And I didn't realize it, but I did not print on matte, so that could be why it came out a little light, but you know what, I'm okay with it. On a bit, and then I put these little things on the sleeve. Yeah, and then my granny made. Oh, and then we got a back too. How about that, huh? That's pretty fancy. Oh, not bad for my first, I mean, it is what it is. Hey, there's my goodie. Baby's scared of my mannequin. So, yeah, there you have it. There you have it. Well, I'm pretty happy with it, actually.
Yeah, buddy.
Look at my shirt I made.
Oh, that's pretty.
And I did the back, too.
Oh, that's nice.